Let me be clear, my gorgeous Aries, let me be clear. Something so good, something so positive, it's actually going to happen to you this month. And it's not only about that. It's about what exactly it's going to inspire you to the point where you are instantly going to make such a quick decision, where you are literally going to surprise yourself. You will be guided by your intuition, you will be guided by your subconscious mind, and let me tell you that that particular decision which you are going to make, that particular quick decision which you are going to make, where you're going to surprise yourself so much, is literally going to change your life forever. So my gorgeous Erini, when it comes to numerology, your number is 819, and number 819 signifies the fact that also not only this is gonna be ridiculously successful, but also things are gonna start developing so fast after this point in time, because you are on one hand going to align yourself. And when I say that you're gonna realign, I mean realign. When I say that you're going to realign yourself, I mean that you are really gonna pretty much so gonna find yourself on this specific path, which is a lot to do with your own destiny. So that's why, my gorgeous Erini, things are going to start unfolding so fast, because trust me, I know that this is going to sound completely crazy, but you have been prepared for this for a very long time. You have no idea how much you have actually learned about yourself within the last few years. And it's not only about yourself, about your spirituality, about things that are practical for you, about things that are good or bad for you. There is so much that you've actually learned within the last 2 or 3 years. You became so much wiser. I mean, now this in itself is going to become absolutely obvious, because you are really going to surprise yourself about making such a quick decision. But then on another hand, right before this month's come to an end, it's going to be absolutely obvious that you have indeed done the right thing, because already you are going to have such a powerful clarity, which is going to come in a form of like some kind of opportunity that you are still going to need to kind of work towards, but you couldn't even dream about that opportunity if you did not make that quick decision in the first place. This is going to be remarkable in so many different ways. You will notice that your energy is going to be completely different from the beginning of April. From the beginning of April, your energy is going to be completely different, and you are gonna pretty much so going to become a very full of energy. And you are gonna notice, you know, in terms of like creativity, how creative you're actually going to feel as well. These are all such a powerful signs that you are entering such an important phase of your life. And also, my gorgeous Erini, like when it comes to nutrition and things like that, please keep on taking something which is going to, on one hand, boost your immune system, but on another hand, this is also gonna like kind of keep on re-energizing you. So like pretty much so good old golden combination would be to keep on taking natural vitamin D3 alongside natural K2, which is going to help with its absorption. And also on top of that, I would strongly suggest you to take something like organic camu camu powder or capsules. All these supplements really need to be completely natural, without any chemicals or any vile or unnecessary ingredients, because nowadays they are putting all sorts of things in so-called natural supplements. So you need to make sure that every single like supplement is actually made in a natural way, without any unnecessary ingredients, fillers and chemicals and things like that. This is something which is going to boost your immune system, but it's also going to kind of give you lots of energy as well. Vitamin D3 is fantastic, in particular when it comes to that. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you need to check with your doctor or GP. Only they can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, my gorgeous Erini, or not. So now I'm going to start with the very first day of April. On the 1st of April, I really like it. Just remember that your energy is going to change from the moment you wake up on the 1st of April. All I can say to you, it's like, listen, like even if you didn't sleep for like about 2 or 3 days, you know, when you wake up like on the 1st of April, you're still gonna have so much energy and you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it, and you're gonna be thinking, did I eat something different? What did I do? What have I done that I have so much energy? You haven't done anything different, my gorgeous Erini. This is just this beautiful energy which is going to take over from the beginning of this month, and it is going to be driving you forward throughout this month of April. But also, this is your time, my gorgeous Erini. So on top of all that, you know that this is your time. April is the time in general when you do have so much more energy, because you know this is where you are, where you normally find yourself in your element, of course, you know. But then again, at the same time, you know, you're going to be benefit from both things. You know, on one hand, this is your time, so this is going to give you energy. This is going to make you feel good about yourself. You will notice how more courageous you are and how good you're going to feel about yourself. But then on another hand, there are so many other things that are going to be also keeping you going. Let me tell you something. On the very 1st of April, what is actually going to happen? You are literally going to have this idea on your mind, like from the moment you wake up. This idea, and it's to do with something that you're so passionate about. And this idea that you're so passionate about only came to you few days before the 1st of April. So just few days before the 1st of April, something happened, something took place, and you had this idea. You kind of realized that you're so passionate about something, and this was the beginning of that idea, baby. This is the beginning of that important idea. But by the time you get to the 1st of April, this is where that beneficial energy is gonna kick in. This is where you're gonna find this energy so beneficial, because it's going to help you really to come out of your comfort zone. And once you come out of your comfort zone, nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you, because the energies are absolutely right, absolutely perfect. So this idea which you're gonna have, my gorgeous Erini, it's basically, you know, you're gonna feel so, it's something you feel so passionate about. But then again, you are gonna go into this like kind of contemplation mode. You know, you're gonna go like into this contemplation mode, my gorgeous Erini. And then when it comes to this contemplation mode that you will actually go in, there is some kind of a message which you are gonna get at around the similar time. And this message which you're gonna get at around the similar time, it's really gonna kind of surprise you, but it's to do with a certain progress, that about something really specific that you do not even like thinking about how much you were worrying about this. So you're gonna become aware of the certain progress about the specific problem that you were really worrying about, and this in itself, it's really kind of going to make you feel really good, and it's going to unlock something within. At this moment in time, my gorgeous Erini, you're most certainly going to elevate. So especially when it comes to like that contemplation, this in itself, it's really going to kind of help you to make a decision. You will realize that you are, when it comes to that contemplation, you know, you are going to realize that you know you need to kind of compromise something, but you're going to come up with this conclusion that you are going to need to compromise something. But then again, at the same time, when you kind of realize why you're going to need to compromise, you're more going to be like kind of excited about it rather than anything else. At this stage of your life, to be quite honest with you, this is not a compromise. It's only something that has come to an end, but only now you will be able to face this in this particular light. This is really important, because on one hand, is going to play an important role when it comes to you moving on with your life without having anything like kind of at the back of your mind like negative, you know, which could be kind of potential, not necessarily harmful, but it could just unnecessarily slow you down. Okay, very, very important, my gorgeous Erini, indeed. And let me tell you something. when it comes to like you coming up with this conclusion, when it comes to you understanding that you are going to need to have some kind of a compromise here, well, let me tell you that already on the 18th of April 2024, okay, you will already on the 18th of April 2024, you will have an important outcome when it comes to this already on the 18th of April. Okay, absolutely brilliant. And this outcome which you are going to have, it's really kind of going to shed so much light on still that little bit of uncertainty that you've actually had within. But it's only because you're also like kind of going to tap into something unknown. Okay, this is to do with a little bit of an unknown area in your life. It's to do with something that you're so passionate about, but it's also to do something, it's got so many elements where you do not have some kind of experience when it comes to this, but you must not allow that to put you off whatsoever. By the time you get to the 2nd of April, my gorgeous Erini, you are going to have a little bit of like some kind of like an emotional confusion. You know why you're going to have an emotional confusion? Because you're going to be thinking about how much you want to improve yourself. There is something which is going to be on your mind and something is going to be bothering you. And you're going to realize that a certain element of your life, certain aspect of your life needs an improvement. And then you're going to realize that you can only have an improvement with that aspect of your life which is going to be bothering you by putting more efforts towards a specific goal. Okay, put more efforts towards a specific goal which you need to put more efforts towards a specific goal which has caused this emotional confusion in the first place. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah, so first you're gonna have like an emotional confusion, a bit of an emotional confusion, because you will realize that a certain aspect of your life needs more improvement, and this is the best time to actually do things like this. This is the best time to do things like this. You will have so much more energy, you will feel so much more powerful, and I'm telling you, you cannot do things wrong. Like when it comes to April, when it comes to you, especially when things are happening like this, and even if things do go wrong, it's because they are not meant to go they're not meant to go in a different way. They're meant to go wrong. I know it sounds crazy, but it's important. It's important when it comes to your personal evolution. So just remember, so it's first emotional confusion, then you're going to realize which aspect of your life needs an improvement, and then you're going to realize that you need to put more effort towards a specific goal. But this is to do with putting more effort towards what has caused this emotional confusion in the first place. And that in itself is going to make you aware of the fact that you're going to need to cooperate with somebody who you maybe necessarily do not like, and you do not connect to this to this person. Something is going to be really off when it comes to that person's energy. And you're absolutely right. The reason why you're gonna kind of, oh my god, be like in two ways, in two minds when it comes to cooperating with somebody. It's not because they are putting you off. It's not only about their energy, but it is somebody who is not really good. It is somebody who is having some kind of assistance with an ulterior motive, somebody very, very dishonest. And I'm sorry, but this is what you're going to have to do. This is what you're going to realize, that you're going to have to cooperate with that person for a while. But all this is actually going to put you in such a good place when it comes to you feeling really brave, really strong, and you are going to pretty much, so you're gonna start feeling very, very fearful, and you're gonna make a really important move here, really important step when it comes to that. And that's just so important to do, because if you don't do this, then you are gonna keep on being indecisive, my gorgeous Erini. And it's also like kind of, it's crucial for you to do this, because you will end up ignoring opportunities which are the most important opportunities for you, the opportunities that you should be like kind of immediately like drift towards. You would be ignoring otherwise. So this is why this is going to be so important, my gorgeous Erini, indeed. Like, oh my goodness. And another thing that I was going to recommend you, it's like, oh my god, a dragon's blood. Absolutely gorgeous, 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 gorgeous pendant called Dragon's Blood pendant. This one is also, again, one of my favorite. And you know why? Because it's not only stunning, it's not only gorgeous, quite striky. To me, this is striky, you see. But then again, on another hand, it's brilliant when it comes to problem solving, and it's brilliant when it comes to accepting challenges. And the sooner we accept certain challenges, you know, the sooner we move on with our lives. So this is something I highly recommend you to get, my gorgeous Erini Dragon's Blood pendant. And you will see the link is going to be in the description. Just click on the name of this video and then it's going to expand. Or just basically see in the comments as well. On top of the comments, I just kind of pin as well now which pendants I sell. Or you can simply go on Google or just type in Sasha Bonus in shop, store, or whatever, and then you will see my page is going to come up that way, and then you will see like one of the first products. It's going to be Dragon's Blood Dragon's Blood pendant, sorry. And this one comes also with like a sterling silver chain, and it's absolutely stunning. And also, my gorgeous Erini, what else I was going to say to you? Did you really think did you really think, listen to me very carefully, my gorgeous Erini, did you really think that I'm going to forget? Did you really think that I'm going to forget? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my gorgeous Erini. Happy birthday. I wish you all the best. Don't forget that your energy is going to be so much more powerful throughout the months of April, because this is your time and you need to make the most of it. You will be noticed by the people you want to be noticed by. Now it's the time, whether this is to do with the personal issues, whether this is the personal things, whether this is work related, career related, spirituality related, it doesn't matter. Okay, so as long as you put your mind towards something, you're gonna be shining really bright. So you're gonna be noticed by the people that you want to be noticed by. This is what you need to understand, because your energy is going to be different. So in terms of success and in terms of you wanting to achieve things, now it's the time. Okay, there is a lot gonna be happening throughout this month, and your spiritual duty is to be as open-minded as you possibly can. There are a couple of things that you're gonna notice that you are gonna start becoming passionate about. You've never been passionate about this before. For example, there is one on the 9th of April. Something is gonna happen on the 9th of April, and you're gonna realize that you're so kind of, you wanna do something, you wanna try something, you wanna explore something you never wanted to try, do, or explore before. And the second situation is going to be on the 19th of April as well. You're going to come across something and then you're really going to surprise yourself. I can't believe I want to try this so much. Please do it. Please do it. Both of these things have got nothing to do with one another, but both of these things along the line in a couple of months are going to kind of join together. So when you find yourself on this huge, giant, enormous crossroads, you will know which way to go. You will go the right way. Things in life happen for a reason, especially when it comes to our passion, and especially when it comes to like we suddenly feeling this like amazing burst of like a fresh energy that guides us through. You know, there is towards something that we instantly become passionate about, and then we realize, wow, this is important. Trust me, it is important, because you will discover so much about yourself. Therefore, you will discover so much about your life as well. This life is too short to kind of waste on things that are not kind of keeping us going. So that's why we just kind of have to keep going and keep going with this flow and making the most out of life. Absolutely brilliant. So now, my gorgeous Erini, the next important date is gonna be in between the 16th and the 17th of April. 16th and the 17th of April are gonna be remarkable, remarkable, remarkable. Something really unexpected is going to happen, and it's going to blow you away. In between the 16th and the 17th of April, something really mind-blowing is actually going to happen. On one hand, you will realize that slowly but surely you're coming to an end with an ongoing problem in your life. But on another hand, you're also going to have such a beautiful experience where you're gonna open your eyes. You're gonna become aware of, you're gonna become aware of something so important. What you're going to become aware of, it's going to make you feel alive again, because you will really, hallelujah, you're going to be able to move on. You're going to be able to accept something no longer working for you finally, and you will be able to move on. So that in itself is going to contribute a lot towards you seeing things in a different light. I'm not saying that you would think about yourself like you're some kind of a victim. No, baby, no. But I'm just saying that you were seeing this like, just something that has come to an end a while back, and you were seeing this maybe as like some kind of failure or something like that. No. You do not see this as a failure. You just see this as a certain part of your life, certain part of your journey has come to an end. Now, everything that you needed when it comes to your personal transformation, your spiritual journey, you got out of it. So now it's time to kind of start looking towards different things in life as well. Very, very important indeed. So this is going to this is a lot to do with your karma. Indeed, my gorgeous Erini, this is a lot to do with your karma, and you're going to be able to accept like something it's not going to work out, or something has come to an end, and you will be able to move on. But this is so important, because that aspect of your life which you're going to accept is not going to work for you no longer. Do you know what? That aspect of your life has actually made you to fight with yourself. Yeah, it made you to fight with yourself. There was so much anxiety and stress that this has actually brought into your life. So this is why, and this was like reflecting on your outer world as well. No, baby, no. So this is why this is going to be so important, and it's beautifully going to lead towards you a kind of a realizing that you are about to start some kind of a new project, new venture. This in itself is indeed going to make one of your dreams real, but at the same time, it's going to lead towards like a big, massive, giant victory. In fact, by the time June 2024 comes to an end already, you are going to have such a big reason to celebrate, just because you decided to start something new here. Indeed, like, oh my God. So by the time you get to the end of June 2024, you are most certainly going to have a reason for celebration, because you are going to have some kind of achievement already, but there are other things that you're going to realize that are connected to it. More bright prospects are going to come forward by the end of June 2024, my gorgeous Erini, and this in itself is going to be so big. This is in itself, it's going to be so important indeed. And when it comes to the actual 20th of April, when it comes to the 20th of April, my gorgeous Erini, you are going to have such a fantastic moment of justice, baby. Justina, you're going to have such a powerful moment of justice here. You're going to feel so happy. This is maybe to do with the real justice. Maybe you're waiting for some kind of a court case or something, but it's most certainly going to work in your favor. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So if you are waiting for some kind of a court or some kind of decision, legal decision to be made for you, you are going to have a big smile on your face, baby. Big smile, because something is going to work in your favor. And also, if you are in general waiting for somebody to decide something for you, and you were like in a limbo for a while, and it doesn't have to be necessarily legal, but you're still waiting for somebody to decide something for you, well, let me tell you that there's some kind of decision here. It is indeed going to be be decided in your favor. This is going to be brilliant, but it also signifies the fact that if you do want to start some kind of proceedings, court proceedings or something like that, then the 20th of April would be absolutely perfect because things are going to work in your favor. Another thing I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Erini, would be peanut obsidian. Peanut obsidian, absolutely beautiful and very, very powerful when it comes to protecting yourself against negative energy, negative people, negative situations. And it also, on one hand, it protects you against negativity, but on another hand, it makes you feel really creative about things you should most certainly be creative about. Sometimes a lot is going on in our lives and it messes up our balance, and we give so much of our energy towards something we should not be giving our energy towards. Maybe we got used to certain things and then we're just kind of lost in between for a little while. So this is why this is important, because peanut obsidian is like your little guiding light. So it doesn't only protect you against negativity in general, but it's also like your guiding light when it comes to like you suddenly feeling creative around certain things you should feel creative about, because there is so much that you will be able to unpack out of it along the way, and you will see this gorgeous peanut obsidian, my gorgeous Erini, comes with sterling silver chain. And the link to buy this is in the description below. Just click on the name of this video and it's going to expand, or it's going to be pinned on top of the comments as well. Or just go to Google, on Google, and just type in like Sasha Bonasin shop, and then you will see my page is going to come up and you will be able to see this. Also, if you know somebody who can benefit from it, just get it for them, you know, why not? The next important date, my gorgeous Erini, it's going to be on the 21st of April. Ooh la la, baby, now we are talking, On the 21st of April, you are going to have such a beautiful reward on the 21st of April. You're going to feel so good. You're going to feel really proud of yourself. You're going to feel really excited. You are going to feel really, really pleased with yourself. When you become aware of this reward, you will realize how good you are when it comes to something really specific, you know. You will realize how good you are when it comes to something really specific, but also some kind of a skill of yours. It's going to be highlighted here. But when it comes to that particular skill which is going to be highlighted, you see, it's not only about reward, but it's not only about that skill. But now what you really need to do is you need to realize why has this made you feel so good, and what would, because there is something that comes so natural to you when it comes to things like this. But also on another note, you're also going to need to kind of work out and realize what's the next step up now. This is very important for you to understand. Whatever makes you feel rewarded here, like a really big reward, whatever is this reward, you need to kind of think how you can take this on the next level and what the next step would be here. It is important because you're going to realize that there is something that you are going to need to kind of learn. There is something that you're going to need to learn. There is maybe some kind of collaboration that is going to be happening here as well, but there is something that you're going to need to find out more, dig into. There are certain informations that are still missing, and it's so important for you to understand this, because when you become aware of these informations, your eyes are going to be open, and there is something really specific that you're going to find which is absolutely crucial when it comes to all this, but you still don't know what this is. But that can only happen when you kind of start this process of like kind of digging in and diving in when it comes to you finding out a little bit more about something, and then you will see where this is actually going to take you. You're going to find out something crucial, and you're going to be like, oh my God, this is so important. But then again, on another note, this is also going to give you strength and this particular balance when it comes to your confidence. And it's also going to make you feel extremely kind of happy and enthusiastic as well. And now this is just so important for you to kind of realize that you are kind of, you're going to need to develop, you know, some kind of a plan here. And by developing having some kind of a plan here, you are gonna realize that, you know, you're not gonna be able to do this unless you kind of you don't want to move forward with your life. And that in itself is gonna require, now you're gonna realize on the 21st of April that you are gonna need to kind of leave your comfort zone. And that's exactly how you're gonna be feeling, oh my God, because you're gonna need to, like, the other things that you're gonna need to do connected to these that are gonna be like kind of putting you off, but then you're gonna realize, no baby, no, sometimes you have to do what you don't want to do, and this is one of those things. This is gonna require from you to leave your comfort zone, my gorgeous Aries. And as soon as you are realizing this, as soon as you're thinking about this, as soon as you become aware of this, you need to understand that the next phase of your life, you know, is about to begin. One phase came to an end right now, and another phase is about to begin. So this is why this, my gorgeous Aries, is going to be so important indeed. The next important date is going to be on the 29th of April. On the 29th of April, you're going to feel so good. You're going to feel really creative, and you're going to be doing something. You know, you're going to be, what you're going to notice is that you're going to be creative, and you're going to be doing something which you haven't done in a very long time. I don't know, maybe let's say, I don't know, maybe you are painting pictures, maybe you're a painter, you know, and then maybe you're like an artist, and let's say that you didn't paint like in a long time, and now suddenly it just comes to you, I just want to paint, and you're going to notice that you're doing something which you haven't done in a very long time. And this should be your very powerful sign that at that moment in time, it's not about you realizing this, it's about you number one, realizing an element that you should be doing. It comes to something that comes to you natural, something that you really enjoy. It's going to highlight an element that you should be doing, of course, okay, to not forget about it. But on another note, what as well you're going to actually notice is that at the time when you start this process, at the time when you start, like when you are creative, when you start doing something which you haven't done in like a long time, and you will notice this very shortly after that moment in time, something really crazy is going to happen. This intuitive message you're going to have, something is just going to come to you. But before that, you're going to be just thinking about this specific burden which is going to be on your mind, this specific burden. This is just so important. And then suddenly you are going to have this some kind of like a intuitive message, what to do when it comes to one specific burden in your life. And this in itself, it's like, oh my God, this is so important, because you are already gonna kind of do something about it. And that in itself, and then at that moment in time, you're gonna discover how easy you're gonna discover, and you're gonna realize how easy this was. And this burden is to do with something that has been like, oh my God, on your mind. Is something that has been bothering you as well, like for a very long time. But now, because things are different, just remember your energy is going to be so much more powerful, and it's going to contributing towards this moment in time. This whole month actually prepared you for this. I know it sounds crazy, but everything that is going to happen, everything that is going to be going on this month, my gorgeous Aries, has been kind of preparing you for this moment in time. So you are really kind of going to have this intuitive message about this like burden, this big problem, and then you're going to do something about it like almost instantly. And then you're going to be so surprised how quickly you have actually resolved some kind of problem. You've actually resolved some kind of issue. But and this is even further, even further. This is actually gonna lead towards a couple of days later, like about the next day, I would say the next day after the 29th of April, the next day already, you are going to have a very unusual experience, like really unusual, very strange, a very bizarre experience. But it's more about what is actually going to come out of it. You are really kind of going to ignore the fact that that experience was really weird and unusual, but the only thing that is going to stay in your mind, how you're going to realize something, oh my God, that you want to do with your your life. You want to do something with your future, which is indeed you're gonna realize some kind of new dreams here for your future. But these dreams are so important because they are gonna make you feel so passionate, and they are gonna be like a fuel, you know, like a spiritual fuel, baby, at this stage of your life. This is exactly the way to go. This is exactly the way to be, my gorgeous Erini. And you are, of course, going to you're of course going to be just a little bit indecisive. You're going to be just a little bit indecisive, and then when you become a little bit indecisive with something so obvious, you will realize that there is something that you need to finish here really quickly, really quickly. And as soon as you realize what you need to finish, you're going to be able to do this. And this is when the fun is about to start, indeed. So now, my gorgeous Erini, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you who are in relationships. For those of you who are in relationships, you are going to have some kind of really surprising achievement. For those of you in relationships, my gorgeous Erini, this is going to be absolutely brilliant months, because it is going to be some kind of a really big achievement that you are both going to have. But it's something that you expected, something that you were like kind of waiting for, something that you were aware of, but there is going to be a huge element of surprise connected to it. Something it's really going to surprise you, because it's not only about this achievement, it's going to be a little bit bigger than what you thought. But it's not only about that achievement, but it's more about some kind of information which is going to come to both of you with that achievement. There is something else which both of you are going to find out, which is you are both going to become so brave and so adamant and so keen to actually kind of make a certain step, and this in itself is to do with something that you both wanted to do in such a long time, but things haven't been happening. But only now, because of this amazing achievement, you will be able, because of this amazing achievement that you're both gonna have, which is gonna surprise you, that information in particular, that information which is gonna come with it, it's gonna enlighten both of you. So you will be able to see things in a completely different light, especially when it comes to what you have to sacrifice in order to actually do this. You both are going to feel so happy and so good. And let me tell you that you both have been waiting for this for a very long time. So you are going to do something remarkable. You're going to make a certain move and certain step, but it's to do with something that you wanted to do in absolute ages. It's to do with your plan for the future that kind of got stuck a little bit, you know, it kind of got slowed down. So now this is really going to bring such a powerful vibration into your lives. You know, I mean, this motivation in itself can move the mountains, you know, let alone what is actually gonna do to your lives. By the end of this month, my gorgeous Erini, the couples, you will realize that something which has been like so slow when it comes to the certain plan, you know, it's about to have a spiritual flip-flop moment where you're gonna realize how quickly things are actually gonna start unfolding after this moment in time. And this is gonna make you feel so good. And there is a certain friend or somebody who's very close to both of you who is going to suggest something to you. And do not ignore this suggestion, please, because it's going to be really important. By the time, I've lost it. By the time you get to the 25th. No, so now, my gorgeous Erini, I'm just going to see what is going to happen. Ooh, I'm like a robot. I'm becoming like a robot, yeah. So yeah, my gorgeous Erini, so what is going to happen with those of you who are single? Oh, what is going on, my gorgeous Erini? What are you going to be up to? Somebody is about to walk into your life, my gorgeous Erini. Please don't be sad if that person doesn't walk into your life in April. It could happen in May. Sometimes it happens slightly earlier, sometimes it happens exactly at that time, and sometimes it happens a little bit later. So don't be worried. Oh no, nobody turned up in April. No, baby, no. Just this, just right now, just this. I just said, what just happened. It's your sign, and it's your indication that you have to, if you really want to meet someone, you have to have an open-minded, or you have to be open-minded right now. You must not think about it too intensely, because then that energy can work sometimes against you, and it can slow it down. So you just need to like think about it with an open mind, and you're just gonna kind of release the energy that could otherwise kind of pretty much so be in your way. So let me tell you, my gorgeous Serini, that you are gonna have somebody, I can see somebody who is about to start walking into your life for the first time ever, and it's like it's gonna happen in such a weird way. It's gonna be completely unplanned, and at the time when that happens, I can see that you're going to be either extremely happy about something, delighted about some kind of a news, or and also it's going to happen maybe while you're kind of socializing or having some kind of a party, or there are going to be some kind of other people around, but there is some kind of celebration or party because of some kind of achievement. It's kind of obvious to me, pretty much so. And I do see that you are immediately going to fancy this person. It's someone who you've never met before, someone who you've never seen before, but as soon as you kind of see each other, you're immediately gonna go and sleep together. That moment in time, you're just gonna go find a room and that's it. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. No, as soon as you kind of meet this person, my gorgeous Serini, you're gonna have you're gonna really get on immediately. There is something really specific which you're gonna be talking about, and that person is gonna be like, really, oh my God, I'm gonna make you feel so good about yourself, so good about everything, you know. It's more like, first of all, this emotional intelligence, you know, an intelligence of person is gonna really kind of, ooh la la, hello darling, but then again, everything else is gonna like kind of gonna be highlighted through this conversation. The more you talk, the more you're gonna fancy this person, but I'm telling you, you will start talking about something really specific, something you are passionate about, and that person is passionate about, and this is something which is immediately going to bring you together. What a beautiful experience you're going to have. And then later on, you're not going to be able to stop thinking about this person whatsoever. You will know this person is different. You will know this is someone different, and you will know that you are feeling different towards this person in compared to how you've ever felt about anybody else. Oh my God, my gorgeous Serini, somebody really beautiful. It's about to walk into your life. But for some reason, you're still gonna be so scared. For some reason, you're still gonna feel negative. For some reason, you're still gonna be pulled down. Something is gonna be worrying you. It means that a certain part of you haven't been healed, you know, and you need to kind of release that negative energy. It's important, you know. So you just need to kind of really kind of I think that there is maybe some kind of experience from the past, something that happened to you, which you are kind of going to be reminded of, and you will be worried that you may get hurt, because you will realize these feelings and emotions that are a little bit different, and this is something which is going to confuse you. But then on another hand, what you need to do, my gorgeous Serini, just be as open-minded as you can and just go with this flow. You don't have to think about things so intensely. Just have fun and see where things will take you. And I'm certain that you are going to have a lots of fun when it comes to this one, indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Serini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonus, Psychic Medium. I love you. Bye.